What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we got a Michigan basketball report as Dusty May Michigan basketball has officially hired their new strength and conditioning coach. Plus, Dusty May gives his expectations on this team going into his first season as head coach, as he has high expectations for them. Plus, we'll talk a little bit about the roster, the final remaining open scholarship spot, how Dusty May and this coaching staff did their homework early to solidify a good roster. And Dusty May also talks about a few portal additions, why they like them so much, and what they expect from a couple of players. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. The first thing I did want to talk about here is Dusty May, Michigan basketball finalizing their strength coach hire. As obviously Michigan, they lost John Sanderson, who had been a part of the program even when John Beilein was here, but he left the program after this past season. In Dusty May, they have found their new strength and conditioning coach out of Matt Eldred. He has spent the last 6 seasons at Furman, and Dusty May and Eldred do have a past connection and relationship, as May and Eldred worked together at Florida in 2017 and 2018 when Dusty May was an assistant under Mike White. Now, they finalized this hire a couple of days ago, but Dusty May, he said in an official release that Matt Eldred only bolsters the goal of creating a staff of great teachers and genuine people who can help our players away from the game. He said his forward-thinking work at Furman and academic teachings make him a unique coach who will enhance our strength and conditioning program. So good news there. Michigan finds their new strength and conditioning coach, and most importantly, obviously a coach that Dusty May trusts. And Dusty May, he has put together a very good coaching staff here, along with what should be a very competitive roster of players as well. And talking about that roster for this upcoming season, Dusty May, his confidence is very high going into his first season as the Michigan basketball head coach. Obviously, he had his introduction press conference, and he stated that a desire to win right away in Ann Arbor. They're going to do that at the best of their ability. Fast forward a couple months now, and May, he spoke to the media about a week ago that probably more confident saying that now than I was then. He said, we expect to win. There won't be a night where we walk on the court this season where we say, hey, we need to do this in preparation for later. He said, we'll have expectations when we set foot on the court to win every single night or be in a position to win. May also said if we stay healthy and get all these guys to the court in November, December, then we have a very competitive roster. I'm not going to hide and downplay expectations because I think this team has a really high ceiling and a pretty high floor as well. Now, real quick here, before we do go ahead and continue this video, I did want to talk about today's sponsor, Southern New Hampshire University. All right, listen up, everyone. Are you currently dissatisfied with your job and looking for an exciting career change? Well, I got some good news for you because you can take action and finally go into an exciting career like sports management at Southern New Hampshire University, the sponsor of today's video. SNHU's online sports management program lets you turn a passion for sports into a degree. You'll learn about the business and economics of sports management principles, and how to gather and analyze data. Now, this degree can help prepare you for a career as an athletic director, sports information director, marketing manager, and other exciting roles in the sports industry. You'll also be able to tap into SNHU's network of graduates working in sports-related organizations, and you'll have the opportunity to take advantage of an internship or an experiential learning course within the field to help prepare you. Your courses are taught by faculty with real-world experience, so you have opportunities to connect with people in the industry, and when you graduate, SNHU will still be there to help you as you begin your job hunt. SNHU is accredited nonprofit and has radically affordable tuition. They're also voted one of the country's most innovative universities by US News and World Report. So what are you waiting for? Go to snhu.edu/Michigan Sports Talk. Also linked in my description to see if you qualify for SNHU's sports management program or other programs. You also might be eligible for financial aid or have previous college credits that could fast track your degree at SNHU. But with that, let's go ahead and get right back into today's video. Alright, so back to what Dusty May said to the media. about this team. He said the mindset is extremely important. And he said we were trying to find guys who are incredibly competitive, love the game of basketball and what comes with it. And he said our staff, we've talked about it at length. We've been very well received locally, nationally, internationally. And he also said we put together a group we are really excited to coach because not only are they extremely talented, but they are great people and teammates. And we can't wait to start forming our team. Now, Dusty May, he has added assistant coaches like Justin Joyner from St. Mary's, Mike Boynton from Oklahoma State, Akeem Mixtein from Georgia, and also assistant coach and general manager Kyle Church, who came from FAU. Drew Williamson also came from FAU, the assistant coach and director of player development, and also Brandon Gilbert, special assistant to the head coach. And Michigan obviously just added Matt Eldred, the head strength and conditioning coach. And that is Michigan basketball's coaching staff heading into Dusty May's first season as the Michigan basketball head coach. They've also put together a very good roster, like I've said, but they do have one final scholarship spot for the 2024 and 2025 season. And Kyle Church, assistant coach, said we're looking at really both options. We're looking at older impact players, and we're looking at a more of a model of a younger developmental player. He said we as assistants, it's our job to have as many options as possible and then hopefully be able to follow through with whatever decision, whatever route coach wants to go. But we love the roster we have now and we feel like it's very good. Now, Michigan's current roster, it has 4 seniors: Jace Howard, Vlad Golden, Amari Burnett, and Ruben Jones. And then Danny Wolf, Trey Donaldson, Roddy Gale Jr., and Sam Walters are all transfers with multiple years remaining. In Michigan, obviously in the 2024 class coming in, they have Justin Pippen, Lorenzo Kaysen, and Darrell Brooks. Got a lot of size, a lot of guards, a lot of players that can shoot the ball. And also, by the way, Michigan has 2 7-footers who they will be rotating in and out of Vlad Golden and Danny Wolf. It's going to be a very lethal combination. Now, Dusty May, he also talked about, the Michigan coaching staff doing their homework, especially in the transfer portal, bringing in a whole new roster with Michigan's NIL concerns and, the admission issues. They had to do their homework early. May said it himself that, there's no reason to invest our time, energy, and effort, especially the emotional energy that goes into recruiting. There's one thing to make a call, and there's another to be really invested in that call and be present and relational in it. So we just tried to see who fit us in the beginning, and usually the ones that fit us like us better than the ones who don't. And we just tried to streamline it by doing our homework early, getting the right information, and attacking those guys. He said there were a few guys we had to stay away from. Maybe we could have gotten them in. We didn't go down that road because we had to be so efficient with our time. Like I said, out of all the guys we signed, it was relatively simple after we got their initial transcripts, and then we moved forward and went from there. So they were very organized in the transfer portal, making sure that the players they were going after and were investing their time into could come to Michigan, and there weren't going to be any hiccups along the way. Now, Dusty May, he also talked about a couple of players and transfer additions coming in, and 2 new additions who could be very good defenders. First talked about Roddy Gale Jr., the Ohio State transfer. He said there's a lot to like about Roddy. I know he didn't shoot the ball well from 3 last year, shot 28% that year, but he did say that he shot 40% the year before. He said his ability to draw fouls, get out in transition. I think he can also be an elite offensive rebound and an elite defender. So we thought he was one of the more undervalued guys in the portal. And also talking about the North Texas guard transfer Ruben Jones. He said I could go on and on about Ruben Jones. We thought Ruben Jones was the best perimeter defender in our league, the most impactful defender in our league. He said, but at his size, he's just somebody that's built to win. I think he'll be very productive on the court. And he also talked about Trey Donaldson. He said that Trey Donaldson was the first point guard we went after with aggression. He said he had a very high regard for Michigan basketball and this university, and we had some built-in connections through some other guys that recruited him in the past. He said when he came up, it felt right. He checks a lot of boxes for us. He knows how to make his teammates better. Everyone loves playing with him, and he enjoys being in the gym, and he makes guys better. a very good teammate. And he also talked about Sam Walters, who was the freshman last year for Alabama. He's a 6'10" shooter. Dusty May said, I saw Sam a lot growing up, and our staff was very familiar with him. He said, obviously, when you're 6'10", you might be one of the best floor spacers in the country. I don't think he's ever not shot 40% from three. But Dusty May, said that he's more than just a shooter. Where Sam really impressed us as we watched his film was his ability to guard on the perimeter and finish around the basket while also driving it to the rim and finishing through contact. Still got a ways to go in that area, but he showed a lot more than just the ability to space the floor, and we think we'll be able to use him in a lot of different ways and all over the floor like several guys on our roster. So Dusty May really loving his first roster here at Michigan. A lot of guys that he can move around, a lot of players that will be able to space the floor, and also some good defenders as well. But Dusty May, he loves to push the ball in transition, doesn't like the defense to get set up, and he wants to shoot a lot of threes. That's exactly what he wants, and that's exactly the roster he has built to be able to do all those things. So very exciting times for Michigan basketball. Should be a bright future ahead. Should be a very competitive team next year too, I think. A team that will be definitely fun to watch. But let me know what you guys' thoughts are on all that. But with that, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you're new around here. I greatly appreciate it. But other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.